there, my beloveds. This is Amy and welcome back to my channel. This is Beloved Plans, and today I'm going to be going through my Power Sheets goal planning planner, and I'm going to be showing you guys how I did on my January goals and showing you what I have set up for my February goals. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. So happy to have you here. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss a future video. And this channel is for anyone who is looking to get more organized in their finances, productivity, business, and day-to-day life. So let's dive into these Power Sheets. Okay, so the first thing we do in our Power Sheets is we go to January, and this is a little bit different in the 2021 sheets. Usually there was another page here behind the tending list, but this time, which I really actually like this better, they have the month in review on the back of the tending list, and I love that. I think that just makes a lot more sense because then I can just flip it over when I'm going through my annual review and seeing. So the month in review, basically we just go through and kind of just reflect on the past month. So people I'm grateful for today, I wrote down some people I'm grateful for, good things for the month of January that happened. My daughter and I went to Arizona. I did really well with my fasting that I was doing. And then what I read or listened to, tons of podcasts, and I actually listened to 6 audiobooks, which I think that's a new record for me, but I've been listening to them like a lot while I've been like putting away laundry or cleaning around the house or just doing different things where I can have it on kind of in the background or in my AirPods while I'm doing things around the house. And that has really helped me just to be less bored, I think, too. Goals that are growing well. My wellness, I feel like, is going really well. My budgeting went well, and my faith went pretty well in the month. But one thing I'm choosing grace over guilt about, so something that I really didn't do anything with that I had on my tending list, was goal setting with my daughter. Now that was more just because she did a little bit herself, and I really just decided I didn't want to push it on her. It needs to be something that she chooses to do. I showed her the tools. I gave her her own little girls Power Sheets, and she did a few things in there, and I'm like, they're undated, so she can really do what she wants with them. So that was something I just kind of chose to just focus on less. One of my favorite memories from this month is my trip to Arizona with my daughter. I got to sing almost every week at church on Sundays, and we finally got to have volleyball tournaments again, and fortunately I am the one that gets to go live stream them for all the parents that are having to watch remotely and family. So I was able to actually watch them live, which I felt really, really blessed to be able to do. I'm saying no to late night eating, so again, my fasting is helping me with that. Saying yes to 1 meal a day. Again, that gets back to my fasting, and which is great because my number one goal for this year was to focus on my wellness, and so I'm really happy that these are both things that align with that goal. So now we'll take a look at how I did with my tending list for the month. So I fill this out as I go throughout the month. I did kind of miss a few days when I was out of town. I didn't fill it in, but I use like an app for my fasting and that sort of thing, so I was able to go back and just fill it in like when I got back. So I did really well, I thought, establishing my new morning routine, putting my workouts on my calendar. I did that. Sold the drawer set I was wanting to sell. We had one family game night. Goal setting with Bailey, again, that one didn't happen, but that's okay. That's the one I'm choosing grace over. Choosing the lettering challenges and doing them, and I did those really well. I did not send out a Beloved Plans January newsletter, but that's okay. I have one planned for the month. Create Beloved Plans content calendar for the month. This I'm actually going to finish filling in because I actually did that. I did that and I stuck with it through the month, and it really helped me have consistent content. Going ice fishing, that didn't happen, but that's okay because we ended up going to Arizona instead because my Arizona trip was kind of a last minute thing, so plans for ice fishing didn't happen, but that's okay. So my weekly action item lists here, a 24-hour fast once a week, so I actually ended up doing 1 meal a day instead, so I did really well with that because I actually did it multiple times a week. My matchless Bible study, I did 3 weeks of that, so I'm really happy with that. Expense tracking and paycheck budgeting, I did that every single week. Posting 2 new videos to my YouTube channel every single week, did that. And then exercising or moving 3 times a week. Didn't have to be weights, it could have been Pilates or walking or anything. So I did really good on those weekly ones. So the daily ones I had were fasting 18 hours a day, so I did do really well with that. Practicing my lettering. I just need to catch up on the last few days of it, but I'm really happy with how consistent I was with that. My time with God started out super super strong at the beginning of the month. And then this was when we were on vacation and I just totally slacked. But I did feel like I was still really connected with God this month. So I don't count it as like a total slack here. It just was, I wasn't doing like my daily journaling and that sort of thing. But I did do other things like listen to worship music and sing at church and do a middle school ministry I'm a part of. So I did do other things around my faith. I just didn't necessarily do what I consider my time with God. Planner check-in, I did really well with this. I just need to fill in these last few days of January. My morning routine, again, I started out really strong with that. And then obviously when we were gone, didn't really do a morning routine. And then I just need to fill in these last few months. Being up by 7:30, I did that really well. We actually did that great on vacation because of the time difference. And then I will go in my sleep app and see how many days I actually did it for that last week of January. I'll go back and fill that in. All right, so now moving on to February. So in February, and this is the same for each month, but I really just love the steps that we go through. So you just kind of prepare for the month, like important things I want to do, things I'm excited for, what's on my mind, and things I'm hopeful for. So I filled all those in. I'm not going to go into a ton of detail on those because you'll kind of see how they play out in my tending list. And then I don't use the monthly calendar. So then we kind of go through and brainstorm the things that I'm going to try to focus on for the month. So when I do this, I do go back and look at my goals and just the different steps that I had set in place for those mini goals that I had set up quarterly. And I just kind of wanted to make sure like that, just to make sure that I'm still working towards those first quarter goals. So the monthly things that I came up with, I actually also decided to highlight them based on which goal they relate to. So as you can see here, I have my yearly goals color coded. So I decided when I was doing this, I would highlight whichever one they correlate with. That way I know it's actually something that is working towards a specific goal that I have for the year. So monthly ideas, I have a couple finance things. I have a home thing. Yellow is faith. So I've got some monthly, weekly, and daily things for that. My wellness is the teal. So working out, 20 hours fasting, be up by 7:30. Beloved plans is that color. And then my family is this pink color. So I didn't go super crazy as far as having a ton of things. I felt like I did that in January, and obviously I let some things go, and that's okay. I'm actually gonna stick my January time list in here. This is where I'm gonna plan to keep them after each month. All right, so I have all those. So now I'm going to actually put them on my actual tending list. So I decided to do something a little bit more fun to look at, I guess. I got this idea from Plan with Lakin. She does the power sheets as well, and she does her things in rainbow order, and I love things in rainbow order. So I was like, oh, that looks so pretty. So I totally stole her idea. So that's part of the reason also I decided to highlight them so I could see, okay, what was in what color and how many dots I needed for each one. So the first thing I decided to do was a date night with my husband, and we actually did that. Yay. So I will be checking that off my list. Launch a Parents of Teens City group at my church. Submit our 2020 tax documents. Obviously that's really important. 3 project life layouts, and that's my memory keeping, and 3 modern story pages, and that's like my personal memory keeping that I'm doing, and I'm going to be doing some videos on that and how I do my memory keeping coming up in the next couple of months. I'm super excited to share it with you guys what I've been doing. Then paint master bathroom, install new bathroom mirrors. Those are both house projects. Then down in the weekly section, I've got batch film videos. So my plan is every Monday or Friday, usually it's going to be on a Monday, I'm going to sit down and batch film my videos for my planner stuff. And then Fridays will be my editing day. So that's one of the things I really wanted to get more productive with and more streamlined and efficient with is my filming and video schedule. Finishing up my Matchless Bible study, I want to try to do a no spend day 1 day a week. So this is going to be really hard for me, but I think I'm ready for the challenge. And I thought I'm just going to start small. I'm not going to do like a whole no spend week, but I'm going to pick 1 day each week and I'm going to have it be my no spend day. So that obviously if we have to order groceries or something like that, that stuff is fine, but this would be anything extra. So like nothing extra on Amazon, nothing at Target, nothing extra little. So I really want to see if I can do that 1 day per week. And then if I can, then next month I'd love to do it maybe for the full week or like 2 days per week. And then budget update and budget by paycheck. So every week I'll check those off because we get paid weekly. Workout 3 times a week. And then my hand lettering planner. So I've been doing really good on keeping up on that. And I kind of moved that from being a daily thing to a weekly thing, just because I have found that I actually like sitting down and doing 2 to 3 days at the same time together. So I thought that actually might work better as a weekly thing versus a daily. So I actually don't have that many daily tracking things here as I did last month, but that's okay. That's what I love about this is every month it kind of tweaks and changes and adjusts to what we're working on. So one of the things I really am hoping to do is keep on top of my daughter and her distance learning stuff a little bit more and help her just stay on top of it. They're still full distance learning. We are hoping and praying that by the first week of March, they can be back to hybrid at least for middle school. So every day I'm going to check in on her schoolwork. We've set up a system in Asana where I can add her assignments and assign them to her. And then when she's done, she'll check them off. It's just an easier way versus her going into the school system that they're using to see everything that's outstanding for all the classes at once versus going into each one. It's really just complicated and doesn't make a lot of sense the way they have it set up. And then I have my Jesus time. So this will be again like my morning time with God or checking in on an app I have that I try to use in the afternoon, that sort of thing. So just kind of like at least one time during the day, like praying or just sitting there with God in the quiet. 20 hours of fasting. So I've been finding that I've been getting really hungry at like 3 o'clock. So I thought if I go down to trying to do like maybe eating between 3 and 6 p.m. versus just one meal a day at dinner, I think that actually will work a lot better for me and make me less what I'm calling hangry when I get to 3 o'clock. And that's when I get home from work and that's when I'm like making dinner. And it's been very, very challenging to be so hungry while I'm actually preparing dinner. So I'm going to try to do the 20 hours fasting, which I'm still really, really happy with. It still is cutting my calories compared to what I was doing before. So I think that'll be a great kind of compromise. And again, waking up by 7:30. I really want to try to do that just so that, again, because like this kind of thing, then it gives me more time with my Jesus time and I can do my Bible study. And it's like this domino effect. If I can get up early, then I can have time to do all these other things that are really important to me. So my encouraging words for the month are slow, steady progress is better than daily excuses. I cannot remember where I found that, but I like that. Again, because my word of the year is progress. So that was great because that included that. My priority this month is to continue fasting. So I've really been enjoying that and seeing success with that. So I really want to keep doing that. It's a really easy thing for me to focus on. So that is where we are at for February in my power sheets. I hope you guys find these helpful. I know I love watching videos about people's goals and kind of what they're tweaking, what's working for them, what's not. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you wanted to see how I set up my whole power sheets, I'm going to go ahead and link that video here right now to the right, and I will see you guys over there. Talk to you soon.